Even as Nepal Bar Association has intensified its protest programs against Chief Justice Cholendra Shamsher Rana, the Chief Justice seems to be in no mood to relent to pressure. Chief Justice Rana, who had earlier limited himself to scheduling only habeas corpus cases, yesterday went on to allocate regular hearings, hinting that CJ Rana has not been intimidated by the ongoing protest programs. Good morning, I am Bipashna Tamang and these are the headlines of the hour. The Chief Justice debacle turns more complicated. Justices boycott regular hearings scheduled by CJ Rana. Bar says CJ's ouster only alternative. State-owned Dairy Development Corporation bearing financial losses for the past 3 years, revamping the crumbling infrastructure not in the priority. India is set to host a regional security meeting on Afghanistan today. Pakistan decides to skip the meet, followed by China. And England and New Zealand are scheduled to lock horns today for the first time in an ICC knockout game since the 2019 ODI World Cup final. With the Supreme Court justices intensifying their demand for the resignation of Chief Justice Cholendra Shamsher Rana, the justices continued to boycott the hearings yesterday. The justices, who have been blaming the Chief Justice for his instrumental role in tarnishing the image of the judiciary, only sat in a single habeas corpus case and did not attend other regular hearings. The Chief Justice had allocated 9 cases in joint benches and a case in his single bench yesterday. The justices, on their part, dwelt on their forthcoming strategies, maintaining that the demand for the ouster of the Chief Justice remained intact. The regular hearings at a Supreme Court remained disrupted since 25th of October for the past 2 weeks amid the agitation carried out by the Apex Court justices and Nepal Bar Association. Meanwhile, Chief Justice Rana has said that he has reached a mindset of not resigning from his post. Chief Justice Rana has added that he would utilize the existing acts related to legal administration to regulate the benches. Legal practitioners viewed that Chief Justice Cholendra Shamsher Rana was ethically not in a position to lead the judiciary. At the protest program yesterday, Nepal Bar Association President Chandeshwar Shrestha warned that the Association of Legal Practitioners can go to any extent in the attempt to cleanse the judiciary. Likewise, at an interaction hosted yesterday, legal practitioners viewed that Chief Justice Rana was not in a position to lead the judiciary. They viewed that political parties should move ahead with impeachment motion against Chief Justice Rana if he continues to hold on to his post. The performance of public corporations in the country has declined in recent time due to what analysts say rising trade union politics, operational costs and lack of required interventions from the government. Majority of the corporations, including the Dairy Development Corporation or DDC, has been continuously incurring losses. The corporation purchases raw milk from farmers at 55 rupees per litre and sells it at 76 rupees for the same quantity after processing with 21 rupees profit per litre. Likewise, the corporation also sells the butter formed as residue from 100,000 litres of milk on a daily basis. However, the corporation has still been struggling to maintain its market share. Based on government data, DDC products took 65% of the dairy market until 7 years ago, which has dropped to 35% as of recent, with a number of private brands entering the market. The corporation had reported massive losses in the past 2 fiscal years, collectively amounting to 345 million rupees. Meanwhile, in India, Amul brand recorded good business even during the pandemic, earning over 39 billion Indian rupees in the past 1 year alone. The politics of trade unions' failure to adapt to modern technologies have been attributed as the primary reasons behind the lackluster output of the corporation. Nepal government has officially committed to maintain a cumulative net zero carbon target from 2022 to 2045 and become carbon negative thereon at the ongoing climate change summit COP26 currently taking place in Glasgow, Scotland. Speaking at the summit, Minister for Forest and Environment Ramsaheb Prasad Yadav said net zero is the only way to protect the people of Nepal and other vulnerable countries from the growing impacts of climate change. The minister, however, emphasized that Nepal's commitment is conditional to its access to climate finance, as it will cost around $196 billion to maintain carbon neutrality over the next 30 years.
So, as part of our commitment to financing and support for climate change globally, we have announced that we will be giving $12.6 billion between 2020 and 2025. And for Nepal specifically, some of that money will be put into programs here. We've also just announced a regional program for South Asia, in particular to support resilience of vulnerable communities and economies like Nepal, and that's another $370 million coming to the region as well.
Nepal has also committed to halt deforestation and increase forest cover to 45% by 2030. Nepal needs $250 billion to deliver its ambitious green, resilient, inclusive development goals and climate targets. Chhath Festival, the biggest festival of people in Tarai region, is being celebrated in the country today. The festival is held for the worship of the sun, which is praised and thanked for sustaining all life on earth. Elsewhere, people also view the sun as a source of healing, prosperity and general well-being. There are various rituals that take place during the festival, including holy baths, fasting, abstaining from drinking water, standing in the water for very long periods and worshipping the setting and rising sun. The scene of people standing in the water sources with bamboo trees and colorful decorations can be witnessed in various parts of the Tarai region. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked in several districts across the nation, why has the performance of public corporations declined? Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
राज्यले चासो नलिएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि
मन्त्रीसँग मिलिमित गरेर कमिसनको खेलमा परेर संस्थानलाई डुबाइराखेको
राजनीतिकरण भयो
विभिन्न सेवा सुविधाहरू बढी लिने र कामप्रति उत्तरदायी नहुने
सरकारहरूको लापरवाहीले गर्दा
व्यक्ति हावी हुँदै जाने र सामूहिकताको अन्त हुने कारणले
विषय विज्ञ व्यक्तिहरू पनि नियुक्ति गर्ने प्रचलन छैन
सबै जता पनि घुसखोरी के
Time now for our segment, Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And here's the question: what's your take on the new appointments of provincial chiefs with the change in government? The options are option A, continuation of instability; option B, leader management; on option C, natural process. The voting is on. Type any WS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And that's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.